son, a blessing.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. The Boys is now just 2 episodes away from delivering what we hope is going to be a satisfying showdown. Yep, our fingers are crossed that the finale will live up to our hype, but before the curtain drops on this show once and for all, here's an interesting theory that might stick with us for a long time. Ryan will become stronger than Homelander.
Ryan.
We're not sure whether the ending will show us what Ryan's up to, or if it's going to take a time leap to reveal just how powerful he's become, but one thing we do know is that Ryan has the potential to surpass his father as he gets older, and this theory might just become my new Roman Empire. So, without further ado, let me explain how this is possible with some clear examples of Ryan's powers. When we first met Ryan, he was this little boy who loved his mother and was being raised in seclusion by Becca, hidden away from Homelander inside Vought's controlled setup. Ryan had no idea who his father was until one fine day, the man himself tracked him down and swooped in to meet him. Becca was trying her best to avoid this meeting because the last thing she wanted on Earth was for Ryan to take after his dad. Sadly, Ryan's innocent childhood effectively ended around the time Becca died. After that, he was placed under Mallory's protection, but Homelander kept pulling him closer until Ryan finally chose to stand beside his father. And just like Vogelbaum once described Homelander as a sweet little boy before Vought's brutal conditioning turned him into the so-called greatest man in the world, Ryan too lost his softness day by day under Homelander's care. The man started shaping Ryan to be worthy of his parentage, and when the little boy accidentally killed his stunt coach, Coy, while staging a solo rescue, Homelander told Ryan to smile and embrace his powers. Ryan wasn't okay with that, and later he even killed Grace Mallory in a panic after learning the truth and realizing she planned to lock him away. After some time, Ryan started to accept just how strong he really was. I mean, just one push had thrown his stunt coordinator into the wall of a building and he was smashed to death. We estimate that Ryan was about 10 years old when he pulled this off, and we should have known right then and there this boy could surpass his dad's powers one day. Perhaps the clearest example of Ryan's indomitable strength came even earlier in the final episode of Season 2. Ryan was the one who fatally burnt Stormfront with his laser vision and put her in a vegetative state. Now, the thing is, Stormfront wasn't some average soup. She was one of Vought's earliest and most durable creations, later tied to the original V1 era of the show's lore, which makes it even more insane that Ryan hurt her that badly. In Season 2, Episode 6, Homelander used his laser vision on Stormfront's chest, and she just stood there and seemingly got off from it. It caused some minor burns on her skin, but Stormfront was mostly fine. In short, Homelander's heat vision wasn't potent enough to mortally wound Stormfront, but Ryan, the boy accidentally unleashed his lasers, and the next moment, we see this barbecued Stormfront lying on the ground and chanting in German. But how is that possible? We think the answer is actually simple. Most soups were created using Compound V. Soldier Boy, Homelander, and even Stormfront herself, each of them were empowered by some version of this mysterious blue serum. But Ryan was born with it. He's different because he wasn't injected with Compound V like most soups. He's the show's first natural-born soup, inheriting powers through Homelander's altered biology. We've seen children of other soups like Zoe Newman and Translucent Man's son, but their powers were induced with Compound V. They weren't natural-born like Ryan. This means superpowers aren't always passed down genetically, but we are talking about Homelander's son here. Of course, he's going to be unique. Also, Ryan's bloodline is ridiculous by this universe's standards. Soldier Boy is his grandfather, Homelander is his dad, and Ryan is the first child we've seen naturally inherit that kind of power. The generations of V-created superpowers running through his bloodstream kind of justify how Ryan became the first natural-born soup. And just like Homelander is an upgraded version of Soldier Boy, Ryan too could be an evolved version of Homelander. In fact, Ryan may be proof that when Vought-made power is naturally inherited instead of injected, the result can be unpredictable, and maybe even more dangerous than the original. Then came this last season, and early on, the confrontation between Ryan and Homelander convinced us that this boy has all the strength he needs to take over his father someday. Sure, Ryan couldn't win the fight against Homelander, but one hit of laser, and Homelander damn well knew to avoid the next one. And that's not all. Homelander beat him to a pulp, and many of us thought he was dead, but guess what? Ryan managed to survive Homelander's punches, something that would have been enough to take down any normal soup. However, However, his raw physical strength is still nowhere close to the top-tier supes, and it's true that Ryan needs to master his powers a lot more. But from what we've seen so far, he's absolutely capable of outscaling Homelander. He's still extremely volatile, and his heat vision is definitely related to his emotional level, much like Soldier Boy's laser blast. Showrunner Eric Kripke himself told TV Guide, the strength of Ryan's lasers, which were surprisingly powerful, are way more powerful than even Homelander's when Ryan gets angry enough. And I mean, most of the time Ryan used the lasers, he'd been pushed to the edge. But even though he did so in a calmer manner in Season 5, he still showed a lack of control. We think he needs a whole lot of time and training to properly use these powers, but once that's out of the way, Ryan might be the strongest supe there is. And with that, we've come to the end of our video. We're really hoping that Ryan has some role to play in the final episodes because all these years have been spent building his potential and soft launching the fact that he's capable of surpassing his dad. But let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the bell icon if you want to see more stuff like it. Otherwise, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and we'll see ya in the next one. Bye for now.